Welcome back to the Arkansas Razorback Dynasty here on College Football 25. If you guys didn't catch the last episode, please be sure to go check that one out and leave a like on it while you're at it. We did unfortunately end off that episode with a 27-24 loss at Oklahoma State at Boone Pickens Stadium. We thought we were going to be able to get the win, but we unfortunately were not able to. We've got 10 coaching points here that we're going to go ahead and put into one of our tiers. We're going to go ahead and boost our passing quarterback ratings, and then we will go ahead and boost. We need to make sure that our DBs are good because I usually use the linebacker, so I want to make sure that the defensive backs are good. We've got Chris Chillhouse as our offensive coordinator. If you guys saw that, Chris Chillhouse, what a name that is. Let's go ahead and advance a week. And right off the bat, we get some pretty unfortunate news that Ben Bueno and John Pena have both committed to Texas to be quarterbacks there. Usually you don't see that a lot, but unfortunately that means we're not going to have a quarterback as of right now on our draft board or on our recruiting board. You can see here, we've obviously got a pretty good recruiting update besides those two players. We are in first place for all of these guys except for this tight end here who we're in fourth place for, but we're moving up the board. And we got an SEC Defensive Player of the Week for that Oklahoma State game. Xavier Sori Jr., he had that pick six. He had 4 tackles to go along with that pick six as well. So he had a very, very good week, especially facing an opponent like Oklahoma State. One thing I didn't think to do in the last episode, but I am thinking about it now, is red shirts. We can play, it says it on the loading screen there, it says you can play players in up to 4 games and still get red shirted. So we don't have to do it yet, but we are going to want to redshirt some players. Specifically, some players I'm thinking of is Braylon Russell, middle linebacker Bradley Shaw as well. And then we have several players in the secondary that I'd like to redshirt as well, including all of these corners down here, Tevis Metcalf, Akari Johnson, and Jaden Allen. Free safety, we can't redshirt anyone, but at strong safety, I'm thinking about redshirting Miguel Mitchell as well. Anthony Switzer and Jaden Johnson would probably be leaving at the end of this season, and we'd be able to get Miguel Mitchell for 2 more years after this. I would also likely redshirt third-string quarterback KJ Jackson, so that we get an extra year of eligibility for him as well. Our week 3 opponent is going to be the University of Alabama, Birmingham, but we're not going to get into that just yet. We're going to go ahead and look at recruiting and see where we're at with some of our players. We've got Marvin Denny here, the 3-star right end. It looks like we're pretty much the only school really going after him. Mississippi State and Houston have both offered him. We're going to go ahead and schedule a visit for him. Tennessee is coming to Arkansas on week 6. And since his deal breaker was proximity to home, we'll go ahead and schedule that as our motivation during his visit. And we'll also go ahead and DM him just to have a little bit more time allotted to him. And then we have another right end here that we're going to do basically the same thing, except we're going to schedule him for the LSU weekend. And then as far as the thing that we're going to talk to him about, we're probably going to go with play style and so he can attend a practice while he's there. The 4-star defensive tackle Jabari Root is a player that we're really wanting to go after. We're highest on his board by a long shot over Missouri and by over Louisville. We're going to go ahead and schedule a visit for him as well. Let's go ahead and schedule it for week 6 just so we can get it done earlier on. We don't actually know anything about his interests and as far as motivation is concerned, but most of them are blocked off, so we can probably kind of guess. We'll go ahead and have him attend a practice while he's there. Like I said in the last episode, defense is definitely an area where we are going to try to focus on as far as recruiting. We've got Kelvin Tiffin here, a left outside linebacker. We're also first on his board, not by a whole lot though. Houston's creeping up, Missouri down there as well, and UTEP as well. And then there's DeMarco Funchess, another defensive tackle. We're looking to pair him with Jabari Root. Looking pretty good as far as interest is concerned, but Kansas is creeping up on us as well, K-State, SMU, so we've still got work to do with him. We've got a 3-star gem halfback here in Josh Valos from Oklahoma City. It looks like we're gonna get him. The only other team really going after him is Tulsa, so not much needed there. We've then got 4-star tight end Edward Bargava from Spring Hill, Tennessee. Us in South Carolina going after him. We're way ahead of South Carolina at this point. We don't need to allocate any more points. We don't need to schedule a visit yet. I don't think we can anyways. We got Salim Ellington here from Carrollton, Iowa, 3-star defensive tackle. So as you can see, we're really going after the defensive tackle. He's a gem as well. And the only other school going after him is Northern Illinois. I think we've got him in the bag. We just gotta wait and see. Josh Head, the left tackle out of Texarkana. We are first on his list as well by a long shot. SMU, Oklahoma, and Texas Tech going after him. Again, another player. We can go ahead and schedule the visit. I think I'm going to. We're gonna remove this in the house for now just so we can schedule this visit. We'll go ahead and schedule it for the Tennessee game as well. Since we have an A+ on playing time, we're going to go ahead and use that as motivation for his visit. Kevin Zelenka out of Shreveport, Louisiana, man-to-man corner, 4-star, number 217 nationally. We're going to schedule a visit for him as well during that Week 6 game. Week 6 is big for us. We can pull off an upset over Tennessee. I mean, they're ranked 12th in the country right now. Maybe they won't be by the time we actually play them. But if they're still ranked in the top 10, top 15, something like that, it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. That game would end up being basically make or break for our recruiting trail this season. We've got 4-star running backs Kerry Putasi and Nick Manzo here, but obviously you can see Nick Manzo is a gem 4-star, which means he'd probably be basically a 5-star. We're not recruiting him super hard right now, which is probably a mistake. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is remove the Send the House off of Kerry Putasi and put it on to Nick Manzo. So we'll flip that around on those two. We're in first place for both of them. Kerry Putasi, we're not as far ahead as we would like to be. But for Nick Manzo, as of right now, we're ahead of all of these teams. We've got right outside linebacker James Hardage here. He is a gem 3-star. We are very far ahead of everyone else for him. So I think we're good for now with where we're at. We've got this left guard here. Unfortunately, he is a bust and he is a 3-star, which means he's probably, not that great, but we're in first for him. We've offered him a scholarship. If he commits, we'll be okay with it. This player right here, Jamie Angerer, is a player I would really love to have on our team. As of right now, though, he's looking to go to Ole Miss instead of Arkansas. And if we can't land him, we've got 4-star bust Darren Haslam here. White House, Tennessee is where he is from. We're second on his board as of right now. Oregon has offered him. They're going after him pretty hard, so I don't know if we're going to be able to get him either. It's going to be a tough battle for that middle linebacker position. We'll go ahead and remove Ben Bueno and John Pena from the board. We don't need them anymore. We'll go ahead and remove Orlando Sims as well. He was a right guard, but he was a bust, so we weren't going to go after him anyways. And then the last player that we're actually going after, we're putting points towards, is Ron Ramesh, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We're 4th place on him right now. He's a 4-star wide receiver, so I figured I'd add him. We're obviously doing well as far as recruiting, but he's about to probably lock out his top 3 very soon, and we're likely not going to be in it, so we'll have to see what the update is on that next week. But that is everything for recruiting, so now that we are updated on that, we're going to go ahead and get into this game against UAB. We are obviously better than them on paper, but they started off the season 2-0. They're looking pretty good so far. All right, the stadium is rocking for this first play. We're going to use Orlando Jackson to start off. Try to get around him, but they're going quick. We can't shed the block either. We're going to knock him out of bounds, but a good first play for UAB to get quickly down the field. We're going to force a punt here, though, near midfield. Let's see if Isaiah Satania has some room to run. Not even a little bit. We're going to go ahead and call the fair catch on that. That means we stop their drive to just 40 seconds. We're going to go ahead and run an RPO to start off with. I'm looking at Tesla there. I'm going to see if we can get it to him. I actually like that option. We get a good block. Make one juke move. We get 9 yards up the field. Now we're going to run a little play action directly after that. I don't like any of our options, but we can scramble with Taylor Green. We'll go down sliding. We'll get 6 yards. But a sack on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and 17 here. We've got a long way to go. We've got Armstrong on the corner route here. We should be looking for him more than likely. Oh, we're able to turn him around. No. It's going to be 4th and inches because of forward progress. Do we be bold and go for it? I say we do. We're going to go with an outside zone. 4th and inches. We should be able to get 1 yard with Jaquindon Jackson here, hopefully. We're going to snap the ball, get upfield. That's all we needed right there. We're marching down the field very effectively. I see this little out route. Not out route. It's kind of a fade route from Isaac Tesla, but unfortunately they're running zone. We're going to try to just throw it away. We get a pass downfield to a receiver and get 6 yards. We are very lucky to escape that pressure. It's now 3rd and 4, and we're going to try to trust our run game here. Jaquindon Jackson, we're going to cut it upfield. We find the hole. We get the 4 yards. And we're going to go with that same RPO play from earlier, but I think we're going to be able to hand this off to Jaquindon Jackson. Juke move back inside, 5-yard gain. And we need to get to the 1 for the first down, but we can get to the end zone for the touchdown. We're going to try to dive. We get the first down, but we're not able to get the touchdown. We're going to go with audible this back to a halfback blast. Let's just go right at them. There's no way they can stop us. Yeah, too easy. We're back down the field again, and we're absolutely dicing them up. The difference in quality is very apparent between UAB and Oklahoma State. Taylor Green able to get around the defenders, trying to fight for the end zone, goes out at the 1 yard line. We're going to go ahead and go with this jet touch pass. Let's see, it's going to be Armstrong going to be receiving it. I'm worried about that corner that we've got over there, unmarked, basically unguarded, and we're not able to get in. We're running a play action power O, but we did a little hot route for Luke Haas to slip out on the left side and see if he gets guarded. There's nobody there, but the defender knocks us down before we're able to get it out. Now on 3rd and goal, we'll just run it up the middle, play it safe. They're definitely not going to stop it. There's no shot. Yes, sir, fumble. We knocked the running back over. Who is this? Someone picks it up, and we have got a fumble recovery for a touchdown, and we are now up 21-0. here right at the beginning of the second quarter. Slaughter was the one to score. UAB get down the field though. They have a big play that goes for like 60 yards. And now they're in reaching distance of a touchdown. They're going to run it out to the outside. We can't get the linebacker out there fast enough. And they are going to get 7 points back here. All right, 3rd and 3 here later on in the second quarter. You can see that they have cut the lead to just 7. We've been moving the ball down the field well, though. On the ground, it's going to be 4th and inches. They're going to say we didn't get that. Yeah, we're going to have to go for it. 4th and inches is not acceptable from this range. I mean, we could go for the field goal and extend our lead, of course, but we're not going to do that. We need the glory. And we're going to get 6 yards here. And we've been running the ball so much that I was going to say we're going to run a play action here, but you can see that they've only got 5 men inside the box with 6 blockers for us. We should easily be able to get downfield. I didn't like the blocking scheme necessarily that we went with there, but we get 5 yards. Now we're going to run a little RPO, see if we can hit Satania on that slant. Oh, we throw it. We probably shouldn't have thrown it. I got a little too eager there. Now it's 3rd and 5. We were running a dagger route, but again, they're just not. They're not stacking the box. It's 6 on 6. I think as long as we can match up, we should be able to get this 5 yards. And we of course do not. It's now the 2-minute warning, and I'm just trying to decide if we should go for this field goal or if we should just go for. I mean, again, I feel like we should just go for it. Why not? It's UAB. You know, we've got to assert our dominance one way or another. We're going to go straight up the middle, halfback dive, and we get the yardage. We've got double slants on this left side, but we've also got Luke Has on an out route over there. I don't like that option. Why am I throwing that? Really, I pressed the wrong button if I'm being completely honest. All right, 2nd and goal. We've got Satania on the slant. We've got Luke Has on the curl. Neither one of them really there, but Taylor Green gonna walk basically into the end zone and get his rushing touchdown to increase the lead to 28-14. We're now into the 3rd quarter. We're up 35-17. They're gonna have an opportunity for a field goal here. We're not gonna be able to block it, but they are gonna convert it, so our lead is only 15 points. Yes, sir. We complete the pass to Luke Haas. Luke Haas fighting for extra yardage. We're down to the 10-yard line basically. Still up 35-20 here. Nearing the end of the 3rd quarter, nearing the middle of the 3rd quarter, I guess you could say. Giving them 20 points so far. I really wish the defense was performing better, but unfortunately, that's just not where we're at. We're going to hit that hole with Jaquinton Jackson, and Jaquinton Jackson with his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. We'll go ahead and skip to the 4th quarter, see if anything else happens. I imagine it's going to be a lot of us scoring. We get a field goal there. We're going to go ahead and simulate to the end of the game. There's really not much else we can do in this game. Well, unless, of course, UAB starts scoring a lot, and they are doing that. Okay, it's 52-34. Not any real good reason that we should be giving up 34 points to UAB, but a win is a win. Jaquinton Jackson, easily the player of the game. 23 carries, 124 rushing yards, and 3 touchdowns. Looking at the player stats, Taylor Green with a great game. 24 of 34, 263. We did give up an interception. Rushing-wise, we had 200 yards on the ground between 4 players, so everything looking pretty good there. And Armstrong and Tesla, as well as Haas and Satania, all having great games receiving-wise. Defensively, it looks like Jalen Braxton put in some good work out there at corner, getting 7 tackles. Xavier Sori had 6 tackles as well, with one of them being a tackle for loss. Landon Jackson had a couple tackles for loss, no surprise there. And we also had a few players with sacks, including Eric Gregory, Anton Youngedge, I believe is how you say his name, and Brad Spence as well. So we do get some unfortunate news that Ron Ramesh, the 4-star wide receiver from Tennessee, has indeed committed to Tennessee. We weren't very high up on his list, so not a huge shock there. And then we have been locked out of Glenn Brock. I don't think we were really going after him, though. And so moving into week 4, we have a matchup against Auburn. They are 1-2 so far this season, not having a great start to the year. They started off with a win over FCS team, but then they lost to California and then to New Mexico. So, in theory, I think this is a game that we should be winning based off of the start of both of our seasons. But we've got some very unfortunate news as far as recruiting goes this week. We've been locked out of several prospects because our playing style apparently went down from last week. We have a C, and we need a B- for Kelvin Tiffin and Jabari Root, as well as Salim Ellington. And it's the same thing for James Hardage as well, even though we have, we're almost all the way full on that bar. Yeah, we are locked out as of right now. After this week, hopefully our playing style will go back up, or in the meantime, we're just going to put all of those recruiting hours back into some other players. Josh Valos, we are scheduling a visit for him for week 8 against LSU, and we're sending the house to him now. We're going to do the same thing, essentially, for Bargava, except for not scheduling a visit, of course. But we're going to remove contact friends and family and search social media, and then we're going to go ahead and put on descend the house. And since we're so close to him committing, hopefully that will get him to like push him over the edge. We can go ahead and get him committed. We're going to do the same thing with Josh Head as well. We're going to remove the social media and the DM player. We're going to go ahead and get back to sending the house. We need offensive linemen as badly as possible. Same thing here with Kevin Zelenka. We're going to send the house to him. Josh Head and him should be hopefully committing soon. I mean, I keep saying that, but as far as recruiting goes, I'm still a little bit in the dark as to what we are doing wrong. I mean, we're not doing anything necessarily too wrong, but we're already into week 4 and we don't have a single person committed. We found a potential new quarterback to go after, Brian Juravicious. I really like that name, from Arlington, Texas. We're going to go ahead and offer him a scholarship. We are not on his top 10, top 8, nothing. We're going to go ahead and scout him real quick. He is a gem. He's got really good accuracy and throw power, as well as 96 speed. What kind of players do they have for quarterbacks in these in this athlete section? This is crazy. I mean, seriously, those attributes make me think he could potentially be as good as a 5-star recruit. So I think that's going to be the rundown for recruiting this week. We're going to go ahead and take a look at our players' stats throughout the season so far. Taylor Green is currently sitting about almost 900 yards for the season through 3 games, which is pretty good numbers. 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, almost 70% completion percentage, which is pretty good for a college quarterback, so I'm definitely not mad at it. As far as rushing goes, we're definitely dominating on the ground. Jaquin Jackson averaging 90 yards a game almost, as well as Rashad Dubinion and Taylor Green picking up some slack elsewhere. Receiving wise, we don't really have a true number 1 as of right now. It looks like we're pretty much spreading it evenly. I mean, Tesla is number 1 technically, but Lukai, Satania, Armstrong, they're all kind of right there in the mix as well. Defensively, Xavier Sori and Danico Slaughter lead with 16 tackles, but tackles for loss, Xavier Sori and Landon Jackson both have 4. Xavier Sori is turning out to be a pretty good player for us and pretty crucial player for us as well. Brad Spence leading the team in sacks. And then I believe we have 2 interceptions as of right now, 1 for Hudson Clark, Hud Island, if you will, and then 1 for Xavier Sori. He's been, like I said, Xavier Sori, he's really good for us. He is player of the season as far on defense as of right now. And this next game will be the last game of the episode, so I need you guys to be sure in the comments down below to remind me to redshirt players at the beginning of the next episode, because that will be the 4th game of the season. Let's go ahead and get into this game against Auburn. Like I said, they're 1-2, but still on paper, I think they might have the edge. It's going to be a close game, I feel like. All right, let's go, baby. Jaquin Jackson leading the charge. So far, he has been the best player for us on offense, scoring 6 touchdowns. Maybe fooled them a little bit here. Going to go for a pass play to start off the rip here at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Their toughness rank is 14th, and their stadium is absolutely rocking as of right now. We're going to try to get that to Luke Haas. Oh, if he would have caught that, it would have been home free for a touchdown. We pick up the first, and now we're going to go with a little bit of play action here, try to see if we can catch him off guard. Luke Haas is releasing out here on the right side. We're going to get it to him early, get about 7 or 8 yards out. Actually, we're going to pick up the first down. Very nice. More play action here. Wanted to pass it early. Didn't really have the option to. I'm going to go ahead and run it with Taylor Green. Try to get out of bounds, but we pick up 5 nonetheless. And we're in their territory here on 3rd down, 3rd and 1. We can get this out to Satania. Oh no, I didn't see the defender. And that is going to be a pick 6 for Auburn just a minute and a half into this game. Well, that's disappointing. We got absolutely read like a book. Satania is going to be taking this one out. Oh, we had the angle. We might still have the angle. Satania with a great kick return out to the 38-yard line. Gonna go with a little play action here on 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line of Auburn. Gonna see if we can catch him off guard. We got A across the middle. He holds on to it. Fantastic catch. And right after that, we're gonna go with a little jet touch pass to Isaac Tesla. See if we can't get him into some space. He's not the fastest receiver, but he is big. And he is in a lot of space. Auburn middle linebacker tracking him down nicely. And it's now 3rd and 5. The stadium is rocking. We're going to go with the slip screen. We got to get it to him quick. We can't get it to him quick enough. And we're going to have to settle for a field goal, 45 yards. This is going to be terrifying. But we get it up and we get it through the uprights. It's going to be Auburn 7, Arkansas 3. 3rd and 7. We've got a big defensive play coming up here. Peyton Thorne in the shotgun. We need to find a way to get a stop here, boys. We're coming across the field, a low throw, and we're able to stop them on 3rd and 7 and force the punt. Their punt is sent out of bounds at the 9-yard line. We're going to go with the play action, our first play here, see if we can't catch them slipping. We've got Satania across the middle, poor throw, but we're able to get it to him for a 32-yard completion. We stick with the pass for the next play. Oh, we've needed to get rid of it. Wow, Taylor Green sticks with it. We're going to juke the middle linebacker. And we're able to get 12 yards with Taylon Green. All right, we're running curls here. We're going to try to send Satania on a slant, but I don't know if he's going to be able to hear us. All right, looks like we're able to get him on one. We've got Jaquinton Jackson right behind him, and we're able to get the first down. We'll go with the counter run play right after that. We can't really find a hole. Rashad Dubinion stop. Jaquinton Jackson back in the game, looking for the inside zone run. Auburn's run defense has been pretty good so far this game. They have been not allowing Jaquinton Jackson to get any room. And we're going to have to go for a pass play here on 3rd and 8, but I don't remember exactly what play it was. Going to have Andrew Armstrong right here. He catches it, but is not far enough downfield. Looks like we're going to settle for a field goal yet again. And it is up, and it is good. Just barely inside that left upright. Auburn have been running the ball a whole lot, and it looks like they're not going to go away from that. We try to lay the hit stick with Hudson Clark, not able to get him down. Eventually we are, though, after the 9-yard gain. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do here. They've been running the ball very, very effectively against us. We're going to go with a blitz here and see if it helps. But if not, we could also get caught out. Like in that situation, he bounces around and still finds a way to get the first. And so that's going to do it for the first quarter. It's going to be Auburn 7, Arkansas 6. 3rd and 6 here for Auburn on the 45-yard line. Looks like they're going with a fully empty set. They're all spread out across the field. Oh, we didn't make the tackle. We didn't make the pass deflection, and he gets a gain of like 20 yards. Now it's 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line. It looks like they're going to continue with the run, but we get into the backfield. Brad Spence makes an excellent play. Blitzing again. Anthony Switzer off the edge. They go with the run yet again. I think they've passed the ball maybe 3 times, but they've been running all over us. Jarquez Hunter has like 65 yards rushing already or something like that. Looks like they might be going with the pass here, so we're going to kind of back up off of him. Oh, it's going to be a screen play this time. And we're able to bring him down. It's going to be 4th and 6. And so we'll just hold them to a field goal. They're going to go ahead and go for the attempt here. And it looks like they are going to convert. All right, and it looks like first play, we're going to go with a wide receiver mid-screen. Looks like it could actually work out well for us. Isaac Tesla pushing downfield, and we get about 15 yards on that play. If we can't beat him through the ground, we might as well go through the air. We're going to have Luke Haas on a wheel route there, but we got Tesla across the middle. He gets around one defender. Nice juke move, and down to the 38-yard line. In Auburn territory. Now right back, we're going to try to fool them with a little bit of trickery. Not really trickery, but just a play action. Isaac Tesla is able to make that catch, able to get off of the defender as well. And Taylon Green links with Isaac Tesla for the 3rd time on this drive. And we are able to get a touchdown here before the second quarter ends. Uh-oh, and it looks like Jarquez Hunter might have picked up an injury on that play. Landon Jackson made a stop. If Jarquez Hunter is out for an extended period of time in this game, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. It's now 3rd and 3 just after that. Are they going to go with a run play with their new running back? No, they are not. They're going to go for a pass play across the middle. We lay a good hit stick on him with Hudson Clark, but he hangs on. All right, 30 seconds left here in the first half. We're marching down the field. We're at the 50-yard line. We're going to go with a little play action here. Oh no, I see some pressure. Didn't really look like we had much down the field anyway, so we're going to go ahead and take a timeout. I would love to at least get a field goal out of this possession to increase our lead to 6. Going to have Isaac Tesla here. Oh, that's a bad ball. Not good timing on the pass. And it is going to be yet another interception for Taylon Green. The user. Shout out to QJB. We actually have a pretty good return here with Danico Slaughter. And with 12 seconds left, we're going to possibly be able to get a field goal out of this. All right, well, first play didn't go to plan. We've got 8 seconds left now. We need to try to get out of bounds quickly if we can. Or we can just take our time out if we get down the field far enough. We've got Tesla. Let's go ahead and call that timeout. There's 5 seconds left. Try to give ourselves a little bit more of a cushion going into the next half. And that one's going to be up, and it is good. So that's 3 field goals made for us in this game. We're up 16-10 at half on Auburn. We are able to force Auburn into a punt in their first possession in the second half. So we have our 16-10 lead and the opportunity to increase it. We're running a wide receiver mid-screen, but the defense sniffed it out immediately. We're going to run a play-action read here. Oh, Luke Haas is going to be open down the middle. Good juke move, and we're up to almost the 50-yard line. All right, we've got an interesting play call here. I don't know if I've ran this before. We've got the mountain halfback swing. Jaquinton Jackson going to be running out to the left side. We get it out to him. we would have got it a little bit more in front of him, he might have been able to get around those defenders, but still a good gain nonetheless. But now Auburn have possession of the ball, and they are marching down the field. Oh, is that going to be a pick? Yes, sir, it is. All right, we've got the ball back now, obviously, after that. We're going to go with a little jet pass to Isaiah Satania. Going to get around this corner. Going to get the juke move. Another juke move. Ooh, and the speedster is down the sideline after a gain of about 25 or 30 yards. About 40 seconds left in the third quarter. We're going to try to run it up the middle with Jaquinton Jackson. We cut it outside a little bit, but we are able to get about 8 or 9 yards. Been a slow day at the office for Jaquinton Jackson. That's only yard number 14 for him, so we're going to try to give it to him again, see if we can get him upfield for some more yardage. Probably at about 20 now. And we'll try to catch him off guard again with the wide receiver mid-screen. We get it to Isaac Tesla. We got blockers ahead, and we're able to get the first down. And here at the end of the third quarter, we're still maintaining our 16-10 lead. We have absolutely dominated them as far as yardage is concerned, but they're still very much in this game. All right, we're going to have Satania underneath. We're going to have Haas and Tesla in the end zone across the middle. Satania is underneath, and we're able to get it to him. And Isaiah Satania is able to get into the end zone. We are going to be taking a 23-10 lead here in the fourth quarter. Or perhaps we're going to take a 24-10 lead because we are going to go for 2 here. Might as well increase our lead to 14. We're going to go with the touch pass to Armstrong. And he is able to muscle his way in through the Auburn defense. The 2-point conversion is good. 2nd and 10 here for Auburn and for Peyton Thorne. We're going to try to put him under some pressure, but he gets the ball out to his receiver. Number 13 going down the field, where we are able to force him out of bounds, but what a good play there from Auburn. Jarquez Hunter back in the game for them. They're going to send a man in motion. And it looks like they are going to give it to Jarquez Hunter. They're able to get him down after 5. All right, and they are playing pretty quick here. We're going to go with a little cover 2 man, see how good our man coverage is. It hasn't been great so far, and it's still not looking great. Hudson Clark with a very good hit stick there. He has played very well today as far as getting tackles, but as of right now is not looking very good on this drive. 1st and 10 from the 10. They're going to go with a touch pass. Hudson Clark make that tackle. He misses, but we get him down at the 2-yard line. Jarquez Hunter gets hit on 2nd down and is out injured yet again. That injury is going to be lingering for him, or with him, for the rest of the game more than likely. We're going to go with a little matchup cover 3. And we give up a touchdown, 24-17. All right, we've got 5 minutes and we've got a 7-point lead. We need to chew as much clock as we possibly can in this drive. We need to get at least 4 or 5 yards per carry. We've already found ourselves in a bit of a tough spot, only on the 30-yard line. We need 8 yards. 2.5 minutes remaining. We've got someone going on the cross right here. Is that Satania? You bet it is. We've got a good block on the outside and Satania might be gone. 1 defender to beat. We juke inside. We are taken down at the 11-yard line in Auburn territory. We have officially reached the 2-minute warning, so like I said, we just need to waste as much clock as possible. Rashad Dubinion bouncing around. Auburn will take a timeout. It is now 3rd and 7. Auburn do have another timeout. I mean, we're going to be at least getting a field goal out of this situation. At least we should be. Jaquinton Jackson, unfortunately, can't get into the end zone. It was a good run, and we'll gladly just take our 10-point lead into the final minute and 45 seconds, roughly, of this game. Auburn, with no timeouts, is going to have to go no huddle after every play, or they're going to have to try to get out of bounds. So far, they've completed all 3 passes on this drive, but I'm honestly okay with kind of sitting back, playing some zone, letting them get downfield however they need to. We need to be sure to get them down, though, and make them waste as much time as possible, since we do have that 10-point lead. And after a big sack, it's 4th and 13. Are they going to be able to convert? That's going to be a pick for Hud Island. And that is going to be the end of this game, pretty much. We are going to go with the quarterback kneel, the victory formation. Yes, sir, baby. Let's go ahead and go for the kneel, the victory formation when we are on the road at Jordan-Hare Stadium. That is a very good feeling. Any of you guys that are Arkansas Razorback fans will know that we have not had very good luck at Jordan-Hare Stadium over the last however many years. Incredible game from the boys today. We absolutely dominated. Peyton Thorne did well, but he also threw 3 picks, so not that well. But Taylor Green also threw 3 picks, so, I mean, we weren't much better. We did throw for 340 yards, though. Jarquez Hunter, if he wouldn't have gotten hurt those couple of times, it could have been a different ball game. He was absolutely dominating on the ground. But luckily for us, he did. And one player we do have to highlight on our side is Hudson Clark. Hud Island, 11 tackles, 2 for loss, and an interception. He is likely going to win a Defensive Player of the Week award. And that is going to do it for today's episode. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit that like button. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below how you're feeling about the episodes, how you feeling about the Dynasty. Please be sure to go check out the Road to Glory we just started as well. But yeah, with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.